You hold my head up. You remind me who I am. You hold my head up. I'm alive in you again. I'm made new. I'm made new.
要學衰人啊，無簡單。
To learn how to live is not easy
因為咱要學真濟對嘅方法，才通活出對嘅生命。
because we have to learn a lot of things for us to be able to live a life that is worthy.
甚至你若想看覓你若做一個大唔對有時陣你嘅生命就無咯。
Think about it. If you just commit one big mistake, then you might lose your life.
咱要來看一個真簡單嘅 video， 這個 video 咱6年前、7年前有捌看到。
We'll look at the video. We have seen this about 7 years ago.
這個 video 真出名。
It's a very, very popular video.
甚至喺電網頂面有人看，有187 million 嘅人有看到。
There are 187 million viewers to this video.
咱要來擱看一擺 Dumb Ways to Die。
You want to watch this video again? It's called The Dumb Ways to Die.
你想看覓你盲底做是嚟講唔通安尼做你若創出來，你嘅生命就有危險。
Do not follow what is shown on the video because you will be putting your life at risk.
嚟，咱來看 Dumb Ways to Die。
Let us look at this video.
Set fire to your hair.
盲點到你嘅頭毛
Grizzly
嫌
bear.
你盲計插，
Eat medicine.
盲食假期
It's
嘅藥，
out of date. Use your private
盲用你嘅
parts
身軀
as
嘅
to
去刺激，
Dumb ways to
死
die.
嘅真濟講嘅方
So
法。
many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Get your
當用
toes
槍馬
out
去壓嗰個 toaster，
Do your
盲
own
家己創你嘅出來嘅變，
Teach yourself
盲
how
家
to
家己怎啊
fly.
飛飛機，
Eat a 2-week
盲食
old
2禮拜久嘅
unrefrigerated
派，
Dumb ways
真
to
濟
die.
講嘅方法通死
So。many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Invite a psycho killer
盲害
inside.
人入來你會出來，
Scratch a drug dealer's
盲
brand
弄着害人嘅車，
Take your helmet off.
伊
Outer space.
從
Use
滴
a
滴
closed
space 嘅盲撐你嘅 helmet，
hiding place.
盲啲咧水衫機來
Ways
嘅。
to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Keep a rattlesnake
盲用
as
毒蛇從水裡出來，
Set both your kidneys
盲
on
餵你兩個
me.
藥劑，
Eat the tube.
盲食 super glue，
Super glue. I wonder what's this red button do?
盲真濟真工真濟。
Ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dress up like
你
a
拍落嘅點睛，盲真濟是牛，
hunting season. Disturb a nest
盲
of
去
wasps for
佚佗面芳手，
reason. Stand on the edge
去
of
迄車站盲騎過迄個機口，
drive around the
看車
bridges
盲
at
強強要
the
過
level
去，
crossing. Run across the tracks between
迄車站盲走過去，
May not rhyme, but they're quite possibly dumbest
佢
ways
做是真講死嘅方法。
dumbest ways to die. Dumbest ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Be safe around trains. A message from Metro.
要死一個唔對一個講嘅動作你就死咯。
Just one dumb way and you will die.
但是要學怎啊活一個有智慧嘅生命，卻要學真正多。
But to learn how to live a life of wisdom, you need to learn a lot of things.
咁是咱講要學歹真緊要學好真惡。
You would usually say it's easy for us to learn something bad, but it's difficult for us to learn something good.
所以今年咱要來看一個智慧嘅冊，就是詩篇及箴言。
That is why this year we will be looking at the wisdom literature, that is the Proverbs
我
and
望
the
咱来學
Psalms.
習，咱要怎樣活出有智慧嘅人生。
And I hope that we will learn how to live a wisdom for life.
今日咱要來看箴言第1章第1到第7節。
Today we will be looking at Proverbs chapter 1, verse 1 to 7.
而且咱要來做一個總嘅引言，關於規年咱所要讀嘅做箴言。
We want to make an introduction of what we will be learning for the rest of the year.
箴言第1章第1節，伊開始講這是以色列王大衛嘅囝所羅門嘅箴言。
And it starts the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel.
咱攏知影所羅門是啥啊？
We know who Solomon is.
伊是世界第一有智慧嘅人，
He is the wisest man on earth.
這是聖經甲咱講嘅。
And this is what the Bible is telling us.
伊所寫起來做話叫做箴言 Proverbs。
And what he has written is what we call the Proverbs.
什麼是 Proverbs 呢？
What is Proverbs?
箴言就是一下句一下字哦，伊是用來表達一下原則、一下目標、一下想法，通互咱真多生命嘅一下嘅引導嘅話。
These are brief statements used to express a principle, a goal, or an idea adopted as guides for one's life and conduct.
中國人咱有成語吼，咱有俗語，
For the Chinese, we have our idioms.
做是幫助咱用一句話，你就真了解規個咧講啥。
And these words help us to be able to understand what is the message.
所以做所羅門王所寫嘅箴言是生命嘅一下原則。
So the Proverbs which King Solomon has written is actually some general principles of life.
所以原則卻唔是上帝嘅律法。
And these principles are not God's laws.
我意思是講，這唔是上帝嘅應允，唔是講你若照呢行，一定上帝就會予你。
What I'm saying is that these are not God's promises, that if you follow these Proverbs, that you will be able to succeed.
譬如說，咱講你着孝敬父母，你就會長壽壽。
Let's say it says you have to honor your parents for you to have a long life.
你講啊，今日有個人就真孝敬，伊若無長壽壽。
But you say, how come some people, although they honor their parents, but they do not live a long life?
因為你若聽喙，你嘅生命會袂去減低去。
Because if by being obedient, it will not be able to affect how long you will live your life.
譬如說啊，你強要將家剪插咧頭內面，
Let's say you want to put the scissors into a power
你
outlet,
若唔聽喙，你就電死咯。
and if you do not want to heed somebody's warning, then you'll be electrocuted.
所以你若唔聽喙，你就第死命，咁是你插落去就死咯。
That is why if you do not want to listen to warnings, then you will be ending your life.
並唔是講你若無插，你就會長死命。
But it doesn't mean that if you do not put that scissors into that outlet, then you will have a long life.
意思在箴言是生命嘅一項原則，
But these proverbs are actually life's principles.
伊是真常是對嘅，
A lot of times it is correct,
但是全唔是應允，
but these are not
唔
promises.
是講你若照做，你就一定會得到。
It doesn't mean that if you follow all these principles, then you will surely get something out of it.
伊乃是咧帶領咧幫助咱嘅生活。
But it only serves as a guide on how we should live our lives.
我一個較趣味嘅譬如，
A more interesting example,
人講會等嘅屁為什麼？為臭嗬？
people would say that when you do not hear the fart, when you hear the fart sound, then it does not smell as bad.
袂等嘅屁會臭嘅屁袂等啊！你講乜？
But the fart which you do not hear are actually those which smells really bad.
有影無？
Is that true?
有影有時你無聽到哇，我陣間真臭，無聲哇，迄個在 silent killer，我陣間臭啊！
It is true because there are times that you do not hear anything, but suddenly you smell something that really stinks.
袂有咯，已經入去你嘅身軀咯，你屁掉咯。
But it is too late. That's what we call silent killer because you have already inhaled it.
但是咁逐擺安尼嘛，
But does it happen always?
佫無有嘅大聲，佫大臭嘛是有。
But there are also times wherein you hear the sound of the fart, but it is also very stinky.
但是總講起來哦，通常是真實。
But usually it applies.
所以這個就是箴言哦，伊是一個總嘅原則，咱若學習，咱若去聽，對咱嘅生命有幫助。
That is why, just like the Proverbs, these are general principles that when we listen to it and learn from it, then it will be able to benefit us.
為什麼咱要學箴言？
But why do we want to learn from Proverbs?
正係嚟講，咱才會得到智慧。
So that we will be able to gain wisdom.
智慧原本是學嘛，
The original text for wisdom is hokma.
唔是紅馬啊，紅馬是咧食嘅，學嘛是智慧。
It's not hokma, the roast pork in Fukien, but it's hokma, which is wisdom.
福马是要怎啊？福马是一款的技术，
Hokmah refers to a skill.
正经咧形容上帝和在咧创这事的三个人，互因智慧会晓创在三。
When the Bible describes how the Lord has given those who are required to do the robes of the priest, they are given the skills on how to prepare the robe.
这个技术圣经形容叫做智慧，
The skill is referred to as wisdom.
所以智慧其实是一款的技术，要怎啊活出来，要怎啊活这个生活。
That is why wisdom is the skill of living life.
亲像神哦，上帝是迄个设计师，
It's just like God is the architect,
咱是怀建筑的人，咱就照伊的计划建筑这个厝。
and we are the builders. We have to build this house according to His
咱
plan.
若照伊的计划去，咱的生命就会好势。
If we build it according to the plan of God, then our life will be okay.
你若唔听嘴，你的生命就会真大困难。
But if you do not want to listen, then you will be experiencing a lot of difficulties in your
所以
life.
做原则，做箴言是要帮助咱，互咱有福嘛，互咱有智慧，通活出这个生命。
That is why the Proverbs, this principles is actually there to be able to help us to have the wisdom on how we should live our lives.
今仔日对第一章第1到第7節，咱要來看三個原則。
From chapter 1, verse 1 to 7, we will be looking at 3 principles.
頭一個原則甲咱講哦，咱要怎樣學習智慧呢？咱對智者就是有智慧嘅人學習智慧。
And the first point is that we become wise by learning from the learned.
對第2到第4節，咱看到講箴言有什麼好處？
From verse 2 to verse 4, it tells us what do we benefit from this Proverbs.
所羅門所寫嘅做原則是伊看到人怎樣活，伊家己有智慧，伊看了伊學習迄個功課，伊家寫起來。
The Proverbs which Solomon has written down is actually based on his observations on how people live their lives, and that is why he records what he has observed.
咱攏知影哦，其實要活哦，一個人要有活命，要 live 有 living，需要就有技術。
We know that for a person to be able to live that life, then they need to have that skill.
你講開車就技術，拍球就技術，要生活就技術啊。
So you ask, you need skills to be able to drive, you need skills to be able to play basketball, but even how to live, you also need skills.
其實需要，
Actually, we
因
need
為有
it
一下人我真袂曉活，
because there are some people who do not know how to live their
有
lives.
一下人袂曉活命嘅技術，
There are some people who do not know the skills of a living life.
但人個做人，有人袂曉做人，
There are some people who do not know how to become a better person.
袂曉要怎樣活出來。
They do not know how to live out their life.
所以咱學習在箴言幫助咱有什麼款嘅幫助呢？
That is why what can we benefit when we read Proverbs?
而且甲咱講至少有4項，
There are 4 points that is mentioned here.
互人會得到智慧，知影什麼是智慧，甲什麼是訓誨。
For gaining wisdom and instruction,
要會曉分別通達嘅言語，就是人講話，咱聽有，咱知伊咧講啥。
for understanding words of insight,
第三，有法通互人處理代志，領受智慧、仁義、公平甲正直嘅訓誨。
for receiving instruction in prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair.
意思就是你會曉要怎樣活，
It means you know how you should live.
你知影要怎樣行，要怎樣講，要怎樣做代志。
You know how to do things, you know how to say it, you know how to live your life.
第四，互戇人會靈明，互少年人有知識甲有無格。
And fourth is that for giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the young.
而且互咱看到一點真重要，
From here, we can see one important point.
就是講懷有智慧嘅人，或會曉活嘅人，因知影要怎樣知影。
And that those who are wise, they know how they can know.
就是講懷知嘅人，因知影要怎樣知。
It means those who know how to know.
懷唔知嘅哦，因唔知影，因唔知。
Those who do not know that they do not know.
所以你要學要怎樣知，你就去問懷會曉懷知影嘅人，因為因知影要怎樣知。
So if you want to learn how to know, then you have to go to the people who knows how to know.
這個就是箴言，就是智慧嘅人甲咱講，咱對懷有智慧嘅人學習智慧。
This is what we can learn from those who are wise, the wisdom that you can learn from them.
咱同埋咧講 mentoring 哦，mentoring 其實就是一點。
You talk about mentoring, and this is what mentoring actually is.
mentoring 其實就是一個有智慧嘅，一個有經歷咗嘅，甲另外一個較無經歷嘅，教因怎樣行。
Mentoring is when somebody who is more experienced teaches somebody who is not that experienced on how they should do things.
因為這個人，這個有智慧嘅人，伊是經過真多年去學習去學，有真多擺嘅失敗，伊才學起來。
Because this wise man actually has experienced it and has learned it and has experienced a lot of failures before he has learned the lesson.
然後伊教一個較少年嘅，互伊用較低嘅點鐘學這個人 伊用真侪年學起來功課。
That is why this person is teaching another person to learn the lesson that he has learned, which took him a lot of failures before he was able to succeed.
呢間長老伊一年3擺來，就是要幫襯阮在主任牧師學習要怎樣做牧師。
Elder Legion would come here 3 times a year to teach the senior pastors on how to become a pastor.
伊頭尾甲阮講哦，伊愛阮用3年學起來，學了伊用10年才學會起來功課。
He would tell us that he wants us to learn the lessons in 3 years, the lessons which he has learned in 10 years.
哦，所以意思唔是忽然間就會曉，是都一個用功夫就去學。
That is why you do not suddenly just learn it, but you need time to be able to learn it.
但是用較短點鐘學習別人已經學到嘅功課。
But you use a shorter period of time to learn the lessons which other people has already learned.
問題是咱願意去學無？
But the problem is whether we are willing to learn it or
還是咱
not.
講我當會曉咯，我無需要個學咯。
Or do we tell ourselves, I already know everything, so I do not need to learn anything?
咱需要有這個態度愛去學，
We need to have that attitude that we want to learn.
然後咱就觀看咱要對上下嘅心上來學。
And we have to choose who we want to learn from.
因為你學上下，你就甲伊相款。
Because whoever you learn from, then that you will be like them.
我一個咱就捌講到，你對上下，你就甲伊相款。
You have already mentioned this, that whoever you follow, then you will become like them.
箴言13章27講，甲智慧嘅人同行，就得着智慧；甲愚妄人做伴，就的確受虧損。
In Proverbs chapter 13, verse 20, it says, walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm.
咱就對有智慧嘅人學習智慧。
You should learn from the wise man wisdom.
或已經有對某某嘅方面有經歷咯，因為迄個智慧，咱對伊嘅身上學習。
And because this wise man has already learned a lot of things, that is why we learn from them.
咱若對箴言、對聖經有安尼款嘅看法，
If we have this mindset towards how we look at Proverbs and the Bible,
你就袂感覺講誒，做那規日咧講會做啥，袂做創啥，親像真大嘅捆綁嘅體。
then you will not think of the Bible as things that you are allowed to do and things you're not supposed to do, and that you will feel that it is so burdensome to follow what is taught in the Bible.
你乃是會看這個是一個有智慧嘅人，伊真成功，伊甲你講一個秘訣。
But you will think of it just like a successful man giving you the secrets to his success.
親像一個爸爸，伊叫伊嘅囝來，
Just like when a father would call his son,
伊講囝，我要教你哦，我做生意真成功，我賺偌濟錢，我要教你做生意嘅秘訣
and。he would tell his son, because I'm very successful in business, so I want to tell you the secrets to my success in business.
迄個囝會創啥？
What would the son do?
嘛趕緊摕紙，趕緊摕電腦，趕緊 type 咯。
He would immediately get a piece of paper or probably get his computer and immediately start to type.
爸爸講，我賺偌濟錢是因為我怎樣會投資。
The father would tell him, I have earned a lot of money. It is because this is how I invested my
你
money.
要看一個人，你就看什麼，才知影伊是誠實嘅人啊，是唔是？
And this is how you're supposed to gauge a person, whether he is honest or not.
你就安尼行，唔通安尼行
This。is what you're supposed to do, and this is what you're not supposed to do.
你會愛學，你會愛知，咁是？
You would want to learn it
因為這個是教你要怎樣做生意。
because these are things which will teach you how to do business.
相反，咱嘅生命也是安尼。
In the same way that in our lives,
咱對所羅門王嘅箴言學習要怎樣做人。
from the Proverbs of Solomon, we want to learn how we can live our life
安尼，咱生命就會真做有智慧嘅生命。
so that we can have a life that has live a life that has wisdom.
所以頭先，咱就對有智慧嘅人學習智慧。
So first is that we should become wise by learning from the learned.
第二項，咱就實踐，然後這就實踐，咱會得到智慧。
Second is that become wise by living out the principles.
咱看第5、第6節。
Let's look at verse 5 to verse 6.
第5節安尼講，伊講，互智慧嘅人聽見，增長伊嘅學問；互聰明人得到智妙；互人明白箴言甲譬喻，曉得智慧人嘅言詞甲迷語。
Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. For understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddles of the wise.
伊講，互智慧嘅人哦，有加學習，有加伊嘅智慧。
So let the wise be able to add to their learning.
你講伊就已經有智慧咯，伊佫要加啥？
So you ask, but that man is already wise. What else can he add to his learning?
意思就是講，咱逐個人哦，無論咱食到幾歲，咱繼續要學習。
It means that no matter how old we are, we still have to continue to learn.
無論咱感覺咱偌有智慧，咱也佫有學習嘅所在。
No matter how wise we think we are, there are still things that we can learn.
因為咱無一個人是完全會曉嘅。
Because there is not one person who knows everything.
在使有別人有某方面比咱較好，
There are some people who actually know other things more than you.
所以咱对因的身上来学习。
That is why we have to learn from their life.
要怎样搁加吼？要加福嘛，加智慧呢？
But how do we add hokmah?
第五则甲人讲哦，智慧的人因听吼，因听见，因会晓听。
In verse 5, it tells us that let the wise listen.
因只要听就加因的智慧。
And through listening, it adds to their wisdom.
啊，你讲听呢哦，啊，所以我坐咧听愈多，我就愈有智慧嘛。
So you ask, so just by listening, so does that mean that when I hear a lot, then I will be gaining wisdom?
来，我问想知 listen 哦，听的原文 Hebrew 是什么字？
Let me ask you, do you know what is the original Hebrew word for listen?
Shema yes，我听到 Shema。
It's Shema.
啊，唔是什么哈，什么是国语啊 ？Shema 是希伯来话。
It's Shema, which is Greek.
Shema 就是伊的意思是，你听，你搁去行，这是 Shema。
Shema means you listen to it and then you do it.
下门话真明，
In the Amoy, it is clear.
你是听嘴的人。
The word that is used is that you listen and then you obey.
啊，听嘴就是，其实你若听嘴，你若甲翻译起来就是 listen to mouth， 就是听一个人的嘴。什么意思啊？听嘴就是你听去，搁去行，这是叫做听嘴。
In the Fukian translation, it uses the word which literally means listen to mouth, but it actually means that after listening that you obey.
所以要学习智慧是都该行出来。
So to learn wisdom, you have to live it out.
智慧唔是对天顶落过来。
It doesn't just come down from the skies.
啊，唔是講我要 airdrop 哦，對天頂 airdrop 落嚟我嘅頭殼，我就真有智慧咯。
It doesn't mean that you can just use airdrop and then you already start to gain wisdom.
智慧是要學起來，
You have to learn to become wise.
因為安尼
And because of that,
少年家哦，少年人攏總是無智慧的。
we can say that the young people that they are not wise.
你講你牧師，你今日講我講，你是講阮講嘛？
So you ask, Pastor, are you saying that we are fools?
少年家無智慧，唔是講因講，
The young people, we say that they are not wise. It doesn't mean that they are fools.
因為智慧哦，伊本身智慧是在是要去行，要去做，要去經過着，你才會學到的。
Because the definition of wisdom is that you have to be able to experience it, to be able to live it out. That is when you are considered
你若講
wise.
聰明，其實少年家真聰明，
Actually, the young people, they're very smart.
啊，因唔是戇人。
They are not foolish.
甚至今仔日嘅少年家，因真侪知識，因嘅手提電話內面知識攏厲害，
Especially the young people nowadays, they have a lot of knowledge because it is all in their phones.
但是知識甲智慧無相，
But knowledge and wisdom is different.
智慧是獨個畫出來，
For wisdom, you have to live it out.
所以是老人才有通有智慧，
That is why it is only the old people who has that wisdom.
但是唔是攏總老人佢有智慧，
But not all old people
有
have
的人
wisdom.
有的人是老年無智慧，
There are some who are just old, but they do not have the wisdom.
要怎樣才有智慧？
How can you gain wisdom?
你就該畫，你就該經歷咗，你才有智慧。
You need to be able to live it out. You need to be able to experience it for you to have that wisdom.
啊，這個12月，阮全家有經歷咗一個真特別嘅代志。
This December, our whole family has experienced something special.
啊，過去15日哦，阮換車對馬尼拉換到大埔，佫換倒來。
The past 15 days, we drove from Manila to Davao and then Davao back to Manila.
我拄到風台，
And then we also experienced typhoon.
啊，所以去調佇legazpi調3日。
That's why we were stranded in Legazpi for 3 days.
規個行程，我才甲你講哦，要去大埔，換去大埔，我來會經歷這個智慧，我有咯，恁無？
I've already gained the wisdom on my journey from Manila to Davao and coming back. You do not have that wisdom that I have.
恁無，因為恁毋捌換去，佫換來。
You do not have that wisdom because you have not experienced it yourself.
哦，阮有，
But we have experienced it.
哦，我甲佢做 once in a lifetime experience。
I
哇，
considered it as our once in a lifetime experience
因為下擺無要佫創咯
and never to do it again.
，once 夠嘢咯。
And once is already enough.
啊，一擺換去是因為醫生哦，幾6年講爸爸是袂做坐飛機。
And this time, that is why we decided to drive down. It is because the doctor has advised that my father is not allowed to take the plane.
哦，所以阮9個人坐一輛車，佮阮嘅行李換去大埔。
That is why the 9 of us in a van and together with our luggages, we drove to Davao.
因為要去探我的一個阿姆哦，真當邊嘅阿姆。
Because we wanted to visit my auntie who was seriously ill.
啊，爸爸也真愛去大埔。
And my dad also wants to go to Davao.
哦，當然是去探阮阿姆。
And it is because we wanted to visit my auntie.
但是我想過另外一個原因是因為愛食榴蓮。
And another reason I think is because he loves to eat durian.
但是即陣阮有迄個經歷咯。
But this time around, we have that experience.
我有迄个智慧吼，换车去台北，我换来的智慧，
I already has gained that wisdom on how to drive to Davao and coming back to
因为
Manila
阮有创着。
because we have experienced it.
你要有智慧，你就该行出来，你才有迄个智慧。
For you to be able to gain that wisdom, you need to live it out.
属灵的功课也是同款，
In the same way with our spiritual assignment,
无论是基督、读圣经、传福音，你就有经历，你才有迄个智慧。
whether it's praying or reading the Bible, we need to have that wisdom.
咱读圣经哦，可惜咱只若差不多10个，只若1个呢哦，等于有规本圣经读过去。
It's sad to say that only 10% of us has read through the whole Bible.
我望咱更较侪人都读圣经，
I hope that more people will be reading the entire Bible.
咱愈读咱就会愈熟。
Because the more that we read the Bible, the more that we will be familiar with the
你
Bible.
讲牧师啊，一年读一摆伤紧哦，敢咱毋知咧读啥，就是该读过去呢。
But you say, Pastor, reading the Bible in 1 year is just too fast.
有影，咱都有点钟，就一日一日读，一句一句读，迄个是叫做 Bible study 早经的时阵就安尼读。
It's true that we need to have a Bible study wherein you read slowly and read each word and study about it.
但是你若读雅经，一年读一篇，也是帮助你了解圣经。
But if you're able to read through the Bible in 1 whole year, the entire Bible, then it will also be able to help you.
亲像你若听一首歌哦，听真侪摆，听到落尾你家己的默念。
Just like when you listen to a song and listening to it a number of times, then you will start to memorize the song.
到落尾你会知影，你若看一出影戏，你看20摆，你逐项你会我当该三念。
And when you have watched a movie for 20 times already, then you will be able to memorize the entire movie.
你讲这个啊，原来开始啊，你讲因为落尾讲一句，你会我当该念起来。
Then you will be able to connect that this actor mentioned this at the start. It is because at the end, this is what happened. So you will be able to connect
你
it.
看侪片，你免去默念，你自然会晓。
You do not even have to take the effort to memorize it. It will be natural for you to just remember everything.
同款你一年读一篇，圣经一年读一篇，你50年就讀50篇。
In the same way that when you're able to read through the entire Bible in 1 year, then in 50 years, you'll be able to read through the Bible 50 times.
安尼你就对圣经就真熟。
Then you will be very familiar with the Bible.
哦，所以你若袂明了紧，所以你读落去。
That is why it is okay if you do not understand what you're reading, just continue to read.
真侪基督徒，伊规世人规本聖經唔捌一篇，連一篇唔捌讀過去。
A lot of Christians has never read through the entire Bible in their lifetime.
這個是袂做。
This is not what it should
聖
be.
經是咱信心嘅基礎，
Because the Bible is the foundation of our faith.
你就去經歷。
That is why we have to experience it.
基督也是同款，
In the same way with prayer,
傳福音也是同
in
款
the，same way with sharing the
教
gospel,
導、侍奉、唱歌，在攏總是咱就去做，咱才有迄個智慧。
the different ministries that we have in church, we have to do it for us to be able to gain the wisdom about it.
所以我望今年哦，咱每一擺聽道，每一擺讀聖經嘅時陣，
So I hope that this year, every time that we listen to the messages, every time that we read the Bible,
咱未離開以前，你就決定今仔日我聽這個道了，我要創啥？
before you leave the sanctuary, we have to decide on what I will do about the message that I have just heard.
然後這個應用唔通創上加大。
And we should not start to make a big application,
因為你的 application 係真大，
because if you have a very big application,
你一禮拜一個大 application 哦，到3禮拜你追袂來咯。
because if you have one big application every week, so after 3 weeks, you'll probably not be able to do everything.
愈簡單愈好，
The simpler it is, the better,
你才會去創。
so that you will be able to do it.
我連可咱逐禮拜聽了有去行，雖然真衰，咱有去行，贏過咱愛做真大，到年尾無創半項。
I would rather that every week that we have this simple application that we commit to do, rather than having a big application but not being able to do anything at all.
安尼咱才有通正實該應用出來。
So that we will actually be able to apply what we have learned.
因為要學習知識，要加知識，是着該行，就什麼，就行出來，就聽出來。
Because to be able to gain wisdom, we have to actually apply it.
然後第三個原則哦，就是敬畏神，才會得着智慧。
And the third principle is to become wise by fearing first the Lord.
第七節講敬畏耶和華是知識嘅開端，講人藐視智慧及訓言。
Verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
這第七節其實是下禮拜才要講，
Actually, verse 7 is a passage for next week,
但是跟這個頭兩個原則真有連帶關係。
but it has a connection to the first two principles.
下禮拜 Pastor Colin 會更加詳細給咱解釋，到底一句咱真常聽到一句話到底什麼意思。
But next week, Pastor Colin will be giving us more details on this verse.
但主要今仔我咱來了解哦，咱要 咱要爱有智慧，迄个基础就是敬畏耶和华。
But for today, I want us to learn that for us to be able to gain wisdom, the foundation is that we have to fear the Lord.
基礎真重要。
The foundation is very
無
important.
論你愛什麼款嘅運動，
No matter what type of sports you want to get into,
迄個基本嘅動作你就做好。
you should be able to learn the basic skills.
基本嘅動作吼，迄個拍法、迄個射法，若唔對，你個創啥攏總就袂好勢。
The basic principle into doing a sport, you have to be able to learn the strokes first for you to be able to succeed in that sport.
我去青年同齡會哦，菲利斯教阮講，你嘅 core 哦，你嘅中就去用。
During the youth camp, Felici told us that we have to be able to develop a core strength.
哦 ，core 用唔是大唔是用哦，是有力，即是嗰種用。
Core strength doesn't mean that you need to have a big portion of that part, but rather it has to be strong.
core 若用 core 若有力，你身軀動作就有力。
If your core is strengthened, then you will be able to have power in your entire body.
相關智慧嘅開始，迄個基礎嘅基本就是敬畏耶和華。
In the same way that the foundation for gaining wisdom is actually the fear of the Lord.
了解，這個下禮拜咱會講較明。
And we will be able to study this more in detail next week.
但是主要咱就了解講，咱就有敬畏，咱就會曉得侍奉，咱會曉得敬拜耶和華，迄個是咱生活嘅基礎。
But what is important is that we need to know that we have to fear the Lord, we have to worship our Lord.
今年咱就願意立志講，我愛成做有智慧嘅人喎。
Are we willing to commit that this year we want to be a wise person?
我愛來應用我所聽見嘅，我愛佢畫出來。
I want to apply what I have learned and live it out.
我頭晚你講，阮看去大埔，我換車倒來。
A while ago, I mentioned that we drove all the way to Davao, and then from Davao we came back to Manila.
昨日是阮換車嘅路袂短哦，就10幾點鐘才到曼尼啦。
And yesterday was the last stretch of our trip, and for us to be able to come back to Manila, we need
Wow.
more than 10 hours.
強換倒來。
And we had to force ourselves to be able to drive all the way back.
因為若無今仔拍攝可能就來講到咯。
Because if not, then Pastor Colin has to be the speaker this morning.
所以昨暝強接到曼尼啦。
That is why we had to make sure that we're able to come back to Manila last night.
當阮咧經過美國嘅所在，
As we were passing through the Bicol area,
我看到一個真大嘅即個廣告牌，
I saw this very big billboard.
裡面有一個人冰人豆哦，咧啉咖啡，
And on the billboard was a handsome man who was drinking coffee.
然後伊遐邊頭有寫一句話，
And then there was a statement that was written on that billboard.
伊講當你佇美國嘅時陣，
It says, when you're in Bicol,
伊講迄個咖啡名，我無要講啥名，因為咱遮唔是咧廣告咖啡啊。
I will not mention the brand of the coffee.
伊講即個咖啡哦是第一好啉嘅，
And it says that when in Bicol, this is the best coffee.
然後伊咧啉咖啡。
And then the billboard is showing that he is drinking the coffee.
迄個人哦，伊講迄句話，然後下骹有寫伊嘅名。
And then on the billboard, it says the name of that person on the billboard.
迄個名我唔捌字，所以我也是袂曉甲你講。
I do not know that person, so I cannot tell you the name.
但是伊嘅名下骹有寫伊是啥啊？
But under his name, there is a description as to who this person is.
伊寫伊是 actor 吼，就是演員。
It says that he is an actor.
我看迄個廣告牌，
As I was looking at the billboard,
我就想，
I was thinking,
當伊講迄句話嘅時候，伊是咧 acting，還是伊真是感覺去杯咖啡好啉？
when he said that statement, is he actually just acting it out, or he really considered the coffee as good?
因為伊是 actor 啊，伊是真夠電啊，真夠搬劇嘅啊。
Because he is an actor, so that means he is good in acting.
所以咱若要做廣告，目家唔通叫迄 actor 來做咱嘅咧廣告，咱要買嘅物件。
That is why if we want to do commercials, probably we should not ask the actors to become our endorsers.
因為人唔知影到底伊是 acting 還是唔是啊？
Because people wouldn't know if they're honest about what they're saying or they're just actually acting it out.
人若看到咱嘅生命，
When people see our life,
因下骹會寫啥？
what would they say? What would be the description for
是唔
us?
是講這個是 acting like a Christian 哦？伊真做基督徒嘅天啊！
Would they say that this person is just acting like a Christian?
是講這個人是真嘅 real 嘅，伊是真嘅基督徒。
Or would other people say that this is a real Christian?
人看到你嘅生命來講，這個是有智慧嘅人，還是人講這個是一個戇人？
When people see your life, would they say that this is a wise man, or would they say that this is a foolish man?
咱怎樣該畫出來？
How we live it out.
我望今年咱愈學習所羅門所寫嘅做箴言，
I hope that in this year, as we learn from the Proverbs of Solomon,
咱學習真做有智慧嘅人。
that we will learn to become wise men.
正像以弗所書5章15節甲咱講，恁着謹慎行事，唔通親像戇人，着親像智慧人。
Just like in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15, it tells us, be very careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise.
嚟，咱有大部分時間我用一個較有趣味嘅故事來結束。
So we still have some time. Let me end with this very interesting story.
有一擺有一個軍人伊坐火車，
There was a soldier who was about to board a train.
伊坐火車甲伊嘅即個伊嘅 CO commanding officer 就是甲全職位嘅即個 officer 坐喺邊頭。
As he was on the train, he was seated beside his commanding officer.
當然伊坐真直哦，軍人就是坐真直嘅。
So he was seated very straight up
哦，特別伊嘅頭家喺伊邊頭哦，坐過較直哦。
because his commanding officer was seated next to him.
到一半哦，坐伫因對面，火車敢是坐三對面哦，坐伫因對面有兩個人坐落去。
And then along the way, somebody boarded a train who was seated across them, facing them.
這個少年家面前是一個真少年真水嘅少年會拄嘅。
And seated across this soldier is a very beautiful young lady.
哇！因兩個看來看去，
And so the whole time they were looking at each
但是
other.
伊唔敢點動哦，因為 CO 喺邊頭。
But the soldier did not dare to move because his commanding officer was seated next to
唔
him.
單單安尼，這個少年會拄嘅邊頭是阿媽坐伫遐。
Not only that, but this young lady, it was her grandmother who was seated
哇！阿
next to
媽
her.
面真惡吼，伊伫咧見迄個少年家。
And the grandmother has this very stern look, and she was staring at this soldier.
你茫少想物件，你茫想東想西啊！
The grandmother was probably saying, you should not think about doing something.
四個攏無講話坐伫遐。
And so the four of them was just seated there, nobody was talking.
啊，但是這兩個少年家看來看去，
But these two young people, they were looking at each other.
火車常常會經過這個洞吼，這個 tunnel。
Usually the trains, they would pass by tunnels.
頂擺火車無火哦，所以若經過 tunnel 時陣是真暗。
So in the past, usually the trains, they do not have lights. So when the train passed through the tunnel, then it's very dark inside the train.
有一擺火車咧經過這個洞嘅時陣，
So as the train was going through the tunnel,
有兩個聲音，
there were two sounds.
一個是嘅聲，
One was the sound of kissing.
第二是嘅聲。
The second was the sound of being slapped.
火車就對黑暗嚟，佢再出來了，啲光明嘅咯。
And so the train has already crossed through the tunnel, so now there's already light.
四個關在這裡啊，
So the four of them were still sitting there.
這個少年嘅拄喺咧想，
So this young lady was thinking,
伊講哇，何啲迄個男嘅哦嚟同我佔啫，
wow, that was so good. The young man kissed me.
但是我唔知敢若阿媽咧就殺伊。
But I'm not sure why grandma has to slap him.
這個阿媽咧想啥？
What was the grandmother thinking?
阿媽咧想哇，這個少年家氣處理啊，過來佔我嘅查某孫。
Oh, this young man, he actually did something which is not right, then that is to kiss my granddaughter.
何啲我嘅查某孫該殺落去啊？
Good thing my granddaughter slapped him.
這個 CO 咧想啥？
How about the commanding officer? What was he thinking?
伊講哦，我無怪這個少年家，因為迄少年真是真水哦，我無怪伊去佔伊。
I do not blame why this young soldier decided to kiss the young lady because the young lady is very beautiful.
但是我未明白講為什麼這個阿媽咧就殺我？
But I do not understand why the grandmother slapped me.
這個少年家咧想啥？
What was this young soldier thinking?
伊面帶着笑容，
He was just smiling.
因為啲黑暗嚟哦，伊佔到一個真水嘅女嘅，佢閃到伊嘅 officer。
Because while the train was crossing through the dark tunnel, he was able to kiss this beautiful young lady and he was also able to slap his officer.
都無人掠到。
And nobody found out.
當然，這個是一個趣味嘅故事
This
嚟
is
嘅。
just an interesting story.
但是我咱了解哦，有時陣生命有機會哦，咱就趕緊掠掉。
But we have to understand that if we have that opportunities in our lives, we have to grab that opportunity.
咱若學到什麼功課？
Whatever lesson we learn,
今年嗱你咧讀聖經，我是聽到主咧感動我創啥？
as you are reading the Bible or as you are listening to the message and you hear what the Lord is telling you,
但係這邊你就趕緊該行出來，
brothers and sisters, you have to immediately apply it.
因為若無機會若過去，你就袂記就無去咯。
Because if not, once the opportunity is gone, then you will already forget about it.
我問你哦，2019年佇這個講台，你聽到幾篇好嘅信息？
Let me ask you, during the year 2019, how many good messages have you heard on this pulpit?
啊，我忘記咗嘛有一半。
I hope you have learned at least half of the messages that you heard during the year.
伫迄个一半，你有几个你真是该行出来？
But out of the good messages which you have heard, how many of those have you applied?
有几摆你想讲，我就去做，但是到落尾无创出来。
How many times did you experience thinking that you have to do it, but you did not actually do it?
但是这边真可惜哦，2019年已經過去咯。
Brothers and sisters, it's sad because 2019 has already passed.
咱也無去行，
And if we do not apply it and live it out,
2020年要過去也是同款。
the year 2020 will also just pass like that.
迄個機會你若無去抓條哦，伊就是過去，就是無咯。
Because if you do not grab that opportunity once it's gone, then it's already gone.
咱聽着感動着，咱就該行。
That is why once that we hear it and we are moved by it, then we have to live it out.
安尼你才有智慧，
So that you will be able to gain
你
wisdom.
才有學嘛，就是生命嘅技術。
So that you will be able to have hokmah, and that is the skill in life.
你該活出來，
You need to live it out.
你該經歷，
You need to be able to experience it
安尼你才會得到智慧。
so that you will be able to gain wisdom.
到年尾，我望咱逐個人攏有增加咱嘅智慧。
I hope that by the end of the year that all of us will be able to add to our learnings and our
咱
wisdom.
對有智慧嘅人學習，
For us to be able to learn from the learned,
對聖經所羅門所寫嘅來學習，
learn from what King Solomon has written in the Bible,
然後咱聽得了，咱就該行出來。
and after listening to it, we have to apply it and live it out.
會記你智慧嘅基礎，迄個基本迄個動作，就是咱敬畏耶和華。
Remember that the basic foundation of wisdom, and that is that we have to fear the Lord.
三祈禱。
Let us pray.
謝謝主，感謝你，因為你給阮你的話語，你愛阮活出有智慧的生命。幫助阮唔是只那真多聽道的人，今年阮要查考箴言，查考詩篇，有真多真寶貝的功課。互阮唔是只那聽真歡喜就倒去，下禮拜閣再來聽，閣再倒去。乃是阮聽着了，阮愛家行出來，阮愛有行動，阮愛有經歷，阮才有通得到智慧。願主你幫助，互阮真正學習，真做有智慧的人，無過活出工人的體，乃是有智慧的人的體。因為阮一年比一年閣較老，一年阮着學習比一年閣較多，互阮真做有智慧的人。願你對阮講話，願你的靈繼續來感動，繼續來鼓勵阮，互阮真正真做有智慧的人，通榮耀你的生命。祈禱是奉主耶穌基督聖名所求的，阿們。